Hello? Oh, turn it on. Good morning. I have the coffee, but I need some cream. And my refrigerator's empty, but luckily there's another one of them right over here. Well, we have a whole other camp over here. Good morning. Well, everybody, this is my mom.
Nice to be here.
This is my mom's camp setup, and I am going to steal some creamer from her for my coffee. And then later on today, we'll take a look at her setup right in here. She's pretty cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to hit up this refrigerator. That looks pretty good. I don't exactly know about this combination, but we're working with what we got here. So I'm just going to throw in a tiny bit of creamer, maybe a little lighter. Okay. That'll do. Let's see. It's going to go down quick. Ready for the day. Hey, Mom, can we give the community a tour of your rig?
Sure, go right ahead.
Stepping into the door here. So this is just a little cargo trailer that my mom and my aunt actually converted into a great little tow behind trailer. Got some windows in here on either side. The back doors open with that great detailed finish there. And then we've got the shiplap on the sides here. A nice mirror. And yeah, she just has it set up for what she needs. So you guys are currently positioned outside the back cargo doors. Having these be able to open and allows a wonderful breeze flow, a lot of light in, but they can also be closed off for privacy, security, and for weather. There's a lot of really cute detailing in this trailer that my mom designed. I think it is so cozy for what it is. The conversion was done at a pretty low cost, and it was hand done between my mom and my Aunt Catherine. So it is just super cute to me. My mom is already dreaming up some changes she would like to make now that she has sold her larger trailer and is primarily going back to this cargo conversion for use. Right over here, she's got a twin size bed, kind of just stays like this, but it can be definitely used as a couch area, so nice, great usable area. And then she's got some storage of some personal items underneath. Across from that is a small lightweight unit that she uses as a dresser and is able to keep some items in here full time or just kind of move in when she gets here, which I think is nice. And above that is a nice vanity area set up with this mirror. On the walls, you're going to see covering of shiplap and wood finish features, and I think that just really lends itself to the cozy, cute vibes in here. Back here in this corner, this is kind of individual to what her needs are, is there is a collapsible dog kennel in here. Birdie, who is my furry sister, she requires sleeping in a kennel. She just won't sleep otherwise. So this is taking up a big footprint of this conversion that could be otherwise repurposed. This at one time here was a cute little kitchen setup, but the dog takes precedence. So we have kitchen set up outside for the time being. But some of the baskets for organization and storage are still mounted here on the wall, and this is a useful area, whether it's set up as a kitchen or it's just used as items that are useful going in and out of the door. This is the primary door that's used. And that's a lot of what's going on in here, but I do want to point out something that's always of a big concern to people when you're talking about vehicle dwelling, trailers, vans, that kind of camping experience living on the road, and that is using the restroom. So my mom has her trailer set up with a toilet that she's able to use in comfort and privacy inside this dwelling, which I think is a fantastic addition, and she certainly has made a good use of space to be able to have that in here with her. I don't know, I think it's super cute. Stop ignoring me. I want your attention. Birdie is a Brittany, and she comes from a lineage of hunting dogs. So she loves to be out in a field like this, just basically what we call working the field, just checking in all the bushes, and she's just on like a route all around. So she kind of ignores us in these kinds of environments. She could care less about spending time with the humans. But she will come back to camp. Like if she hears a gunshot or something like that, she'll come back to camp and protect my mom and stuff like that. But in general, she just wanders around. So, all right, well, now it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we are going to go ahead and get started on dinner because, believe it or not, there's just a couple more hours of daylight left. It's just that time of year. So I think we're going to team up on this thing, and I'm actually going to do something that I don't do very often. I'm pulling out my table. It's actually a full-size fold-up table that I have stowed under my mattress, and I'm going to get this bad boy set up. All right, so we are making beef stew with cranberries.
Kind of a holiday type meal for the fall that we just thought we'd try.
Yeah, mashed potatoes and
Crisp.
apple crisp. So as you guys may know, I struggle with cooking at camp. It's a bit of a disaster most of the time. I think the apple crisp is an ode to my failed my failed attempt in the North Cascades to make oatmeal on my waffle iron, trying to make some sort of apple crisp situation. I think my mother was embarrassed for me.
Not exactly embarrassed, but a helping hand might be needed.
Okay, so that's how this has come about.
To give you a little bit of the list of ingredients, you start with, it says 3 pounds of stew meat, but we're going to do 2.5 pounds. Some flour to coat the stew meat, salt and pepper, bay leaf, thyme, and parsley, some diced tomatoes, salt and pepper, butter, and then later we'll add carrots, celery, and cranberries.
What's that wine for?
Oh, the wine goes in it too. Yes, a cup of wine. And something you'd like to drink after or while you're making it. So this is what I chose. And it has to cook for close to 2 hours, which is a long time for a camping meal. But this is a meal that if you made on your down day, you would have for a couple days of leftovers.
I'm gonna get the fire started for the potatoes.
And then wrap them up in foil.
Hello.
He was given all the side-by-sides.
Yeah. She's so excited. He's all the way up there now. The time has come. Whoopsie. I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to do that either.
So it happens.
Oh, God. Okay.
You could use the punch for that.
Well, the potatoes are on the fire and the stew's on the stove, cooking away. We've got a little bit of extra time. And I wanted just to take a couple of minutes and address a question that I get very often on this channel, especially with newer viewers. It is something I've touched on before, but I want to revisit the topic, and I will probably revisit it again in the future because there will be a point where my opinion and stance on this does change. But right now, I want to explain where I'm at. So, why don't I get a van? I am living on the road. I want to stay on the road full time. I have a Subaru Forester. It's not even a very big vehicle, but you know what? It's mine. I wanted that car so badly. I got it in December of 2016. It came over from Japan, and I put the very first mile on it. It now has over 120,000 miles on it, but it has been so reliable. It performs really well in so many different conditions. And for me to have the power, performance, and handling of the all-wheel drive, to be able to handle the mountain roads that I drive both summer and winter for work and recreation is invaluable. For me to trade in my vehicle, my Subaru, for the value that it would be worth, and even if I added more funds, which I do have, but they're earmarked for a different purpose, if I decided to use those to put into a van, it would cost me more than that to purchase a van that is as capable as my Subaru is. And I would essentially be going into debt for that. I would then have a payment, and it would limit the amount of travel and freedom that I have in my lifestyle. I know my car is not going to run forever, but the money I have in savings right now and the money that I will continue to put in savings as I earn more and work and the years go by, it it's all up here. I got it on my mind. You know, it's like I understand that those things are going to happen, but right now what I have is very good, and I'm happy to live with what I have. I don't need bigger, I don't need better, I don't need newer all of the time. My mentality around that allows me to travel and gives me the freedom of lifestyle that I currently have. If I was chasing the newer, the bigger, the better all of the time, keeping up with the Joneses, that kind of thing, I absolutely would not have the long list of experiences that I have had over the past handful of years living as a nomad. It's just, I value experiences more than I value things. And to be completely honest, I am happy with my setup. My setup is capable, it's simple, it's easy to maintain, and it lets me get out and focus on the things that I'm having fun doing. I pull up, move a couple things around, and I'm set up, ready to go, ready to explore, ready to relax. Whatever adventure holds, I can pull into a large city and drive that car manageably well. The rooftop box does make clearance in some parking garages in metropolitan areas difficult, so I have to find workarounds for that. But other than that, I can pull into any parking space. I can camp stealth. It's pretty incognito, and I'm just really happy with it. I absolutely would not put myself in a position where I had to finance something, go into debt, and pay, interest or more money for something that I just don't need right now. Through the seasonal work I've done over the past few years, I have been able to put a fair amount of money into savings, and I want that money to stay there. Some of it is an emergency fund. A healthy other chunk of it is earmarked for an adventure that I'm not going to specifically mention right now, but has been on my mind and on my radar for a number of years. And until I complete that adventure, I don't plan on spending a substantial amount of money on any sort of other dream endeavor. That being said, I have put money into maintaining my vehicle. Last winter, the most amount of money that I spent, I was very, very frugal while working and living in seasonal housing and eating on a work provided meal plan. I was, again, super frugal during that time. I put money into savings, and I put thousands of dollars into preventative maintenance and repairs on my vehicle. Things from brakes to new tires to front and rear differentials. I've had lower control arms changed out. There's a laundry list of things that what I did was went through my vehicle manual and found all of the things that I hadn't done, and I had them inspected or changed as needed. And I'm feeling comfortable. She's riding good. She's riding better than she has in years. But sometimes I do fantasize about having a van. I think, oh, do I want a van? Do I want maybe a truck with a camper? Maybe even just upgrading my vehicle to one with tow capacity so I could pull something like that cargo trailer, because my Subaru cannot pull that. My Subaru can pull very, very little, very super light, um, little trailers. And some people, ask me, why don't you get one of those? And that's a natural question, and I've definitely thought about it. But for me, the effort to payoff ratio is just not worth it. Um, Basically, I would just be adding in more indoor space for myself. So like an indoor bed in a different location than the one mine currently is. Maybe a dining table or desk. You're probably not going to get a bathroom for that weight. In fact, you're not going to get a bathroom for that weight class. And that would be like the only thing, that bathroom would be the only thing that I feel like I'm missing that I would like. But at the same time, then I'm looking at towing. I have to find parking spaces that accommodate that. I have to travel down roads that make that passable for me. My fuel economy decreases. And just with my kind of travel style and lifestyle right now, believe it or not, I am comfortable and happy in the Subaru. And I'm not wanting to make any changes with that. I know that's not the method for everyone, and it's not how everyone would feel comfortable, but I just want you to trust me a little bit that it works. It works for me, and I don't need any more than that. What'd you find? What's over there? I don't see it, Jessie. I don't see it. Well, I have been negligent of my duties, and I think dinner requires some attending too. So let's see where we're at with this.
And now I'm putting green beans, fresh green beans. I think I forgot those in the ingredients list earlier.
It's okay.
And then all this will sit about 40 minutes and we should be ready to eat after about that time.
Under the vast open sky of the desert, the warm scent of food begins to fill the air as my mother and I work side by side next to the campfire to prepare our meals. The desert, still and silent around us, seems to pause in reverence as the two of us move with a quiet rhythm, hands sharing the simple, familiar task of preparing a meal. The crackling fire flickers, the sun drops low in the horizon, casting soft shadows. As vegetables are chopped, the pot is stirred, and we laugh over old family stories.
Apples and a little bit of butter with a little bit of lemon.
It's a timeless ritual, one that transcends the simplicity of the meal and becomes a celebration of love, tradition, and the quiet beauty of a mother and daughter sharing a space of their own in the world. Alright, we're getting to dinner time here. Gonna serve it up. It's delicious. It's really good. You know, it tastes like beef stew, but it has something extra.
The cranberries.
The cranberries, the wine, you know. Look at this sunset. Oh my goodness. We are so lucky to witness this. Amazingly good dinner, and now the sunset is actually spectacular. Dessert is on the stove. It's looking pretty, smelling really good. Fire. Keep us nice and warm. All right, well, we're gonna enjoy the evening by the fire. Thank you, Mom, for the wonderful food and company. Well, it's election night tonight, and I'm not gonna talk politics, but I will say the votes are in, and I am not going to be cooking at camp. Even with my mom doing most of the work, it still stressed me out. And it took hours. So I gotta keep it simple, but I really enjoyed the work that was put into the meals today. They were delicious. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you on the next one. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already, and we'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye.